In this video, we are to study the chemical properties of halogens or alkyl halides. So, it means we have to study what type of reactions are given by the alkyl halides or that of the halogens. So, first type of reaction we are considering it is the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now, before taking the nucleophilic substitution reactions, we have to study or we must know which are called the nucleophiles and which are called the electrophiles. First we are taking the nucleophiles. Nucleophiles means nucleo means nucleus, loving means phile means loving. So the reagent which are nucleus loving are called the nucleophiles. Now as you know that nucleus carries a positive charge and therefore nucleophiles must have a negative charge or the electron rich species which attacks on the electropositive center, and such type of reagents are called the nucleophiles. It means the nucleophiles carries a negative charge or these are the electron deficient species. Next type of reagent, that is the electrophilic reagents, or these are also called electrophiles. The meaning is electrophiles, it means these are the electron loving. Now electron carries a negative charge, so these are the species which attack on the negative center. It means these are negatively charged loving center and therefore it attacks on the negative center. Now or electron rich center, it means them itself these are must be a positively charged species or the electron deficient species, and therefore the electrophiles carries a positive charge or that of the electron deficient species. So that is the main difference between the electrophiles and that of the nucleophiles. Now when we consider the nucleophilic substitution reactions, in the nucleophilic substitution reactions, the attacking reagents are the nucleophiles which carries a negative charge, or these are the species which are electron rich, and therefore these species attack on the electropositive center of the substrate and we will get the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now as you know that which are called the substitution reactions. So in any reaction, if there will be a replacement of atom or group from the carbon of the substrate by another atom or group without change in the hybridization state of that carbon in the substrate is called a substitution reaction. It means in the substitution reaction there will be a replacement of atom or groups from the substrate by the atoms or groups of the attacking reagent, and after that we are getting the substituted product, and such type of reactions are called the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now when we are considering the nucleophilic substitution reactions, in that case the attacking reagents are the nucleophiles. As you know that nucleophiles are the negatively charged species or these are the electron rich species, and for the attack on the substrate they require a positively charged center for the attack because these are itself negatively charged or electron rich species, and therefore what is the condition for the nucleophilic substitution reaction? There must be a positively charged center in the substrate. For example, when we are considering the nucleophilic substitution reaction, on this blackboard I am writing the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In that case, U negative represent the nucleophile, and this is some part of the substrate. As you know that we are considering the nucleophilic substitution reactions of alkyl halides, and when we are considering the alkyl halides, in the alkyl halides the CX bond is a polar covalent bond. As you know that why it is polar covalent bond, because there will be a difference in the electronegativities of the carbon atom and that of the halogen atom. Halogen atom is more electronegative than that of the carbon atom, and therefore it acquires a partial negative charge and carbon acquires a partial positive charge, and therefore this bond CX bond is polar covalent bond. Now in the substrate, if you observe the CX bond, the carbon carries the partial positive charge. It is the positive center for the attack of the nucleophile. as you know that, because the nucleophile attack at the positive center, and therefore this nucleophile which carries a negative charge or electron rich species can attack on this carbon atom. Then there will be a replacement of halogen atom from this alkyl halide. So this bond will be break, and then there will be a removal of this halogen atom, and there will be attachment of nucleophile to this carbon atom takes place, and from that we are getting a substituted product, and that substituted product we are getting here after the removal of leaving group, that is the halogen. Halogen leaves the substrate and nucleophile attach the substrate, and then we are getting the substituted product. So it is the substitution reaction because there will be a replacement of halogen by the nucleophile. In the reactant side, the substrate contains or substrate in the substrate carbon attached to halogen, and in the product side the carbon attached to nucleophile. It means we can say that there will be a replacement of halogen by a nucleophile, and then we are getting a product, and therefore it is a substitution reaction. Now why it is called a nucleophilic substitution reaction? Because the attacking reagent we are using here is the nucleophile, and therefore it is the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Such type of reactions are called the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So the alkyl halides, in the alkyl halides there will be a replacement of halogen by the nucleophile to form a substituted product. Then such type of reactions are called the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now when we are considering the nucleophilic substitution reactions, now in that nucleophilic substitution reactions, the order of the reaction depends on the two factors. So the first factor, it is the state of the carbon atom to which the halogen atom is attached, and the second factor is the nature of the halogen which is attached to the carbon atom of the alkyl halides. On that basis we can decide the order of reactivity of that reaction. As you know that higher the reactivity, higher is the order. It means if there will be a fast reaction will be takes place, so or substrate undergoes the fast reaction, then it is called, or we can say that it is having a higher reactivity order, and this reactivity order is depend on the state of the carbon atom and also on the nature of the halogen atom which is attached to the carbon atom. So the order of reactivity in the nucleophilic substitution reactions we are getting when we consider the nature of the halogen. So there will be a alkyl iodide is having a higher order of reactivity as compared to the alkyl bromide, and alkyl bromide are having a higher order of reactivity as compared to the alkyl chloride. It means the first reaction we can obtain when we are taking a substrate which contains a Ci bond, and therefore we are getting a fast product. This reaction will take place fast. Now why it gets fast? As you know that the bond is weak between the carbon and iodine due to its size, bond length is more, and therefore this bond is weak. It can easily break, and therefore nucleophile can easily attack on the carbon atom in the alkyl iodide, and therefore it gives the fast reaction. And the order decreases as we move from Ri to RBr and RBr to RCr, because in that direction, iodine to bromine and bromine to chlorine, the atomic size goes on decreasing, and therefore the bond length goes on decreasing, and as the bond length decreases, bond strength increases, bond becomes more and more strong, and therefore to break this bond we requires more energy, and therefore the reactivity order also decreases in the same order. Therefore the reactivity of Ri is more as compared to RBr, and RBr is having more reactivity as compared to the RCr. The second is the state of the carbon atom in the alkyl halide. If there will be a tertiary carbon atom, it is more reactive than that of the secondary, and secondary carbon atom is more reactive than that of the primary, and therefore we can say that if we are considering the tertiary alkyl halide, these are having a higher reactivity as compared to the secondary alkyl halide, and secondary alkyl halide is having a higher reactivity as compared to the primary alkyl halides. So that is the reactivity order for the substitution reaction for the nucleophilic substitution reactions of alkyl halides. Now we are taking some general reactions of alkyl halides, which are the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So the first example is when alkyl halides react with the aqueous sodium hydroxide or aqueous potassium hydroxide, it gives the alcohol, and then there will be a formation of salt. It is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. How we can explain this is the nucleophilic substitution reaction? First, there will be a replacement of halogen by the OH group, and therefore it is a substitution reaction. Now, when we are considering the NaOH, so sodium carries positive charge, hydroxyl group carries a negative charge, and this OH group, which carries a negative charge, attack on the substrate or attack on the carbon atom of the substrate, and therefore it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction, because there will be attack of negatively charged species, which is called the nucleophile, and this nucleophile attack on the carbon of the alkyl halide, and then we are getting the product ROH, and therefore it is the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second reaction, in which the alkyl halides react with the sodium alkoxide. Now it is also the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In that case, which is the negative part, OR negative, alkoxide ion, it is a negative part, which act as a nucleophile, which attack on the substrate, where the positive center, that is on the carbon atom, which is attached to the halogen atom, and then there will be a breaking of bond between the carbon and halogen, and then it substitutes the halogen, and we are getting ROR dash. It means OR dash gets attached to this R, and there will be a removal of this halogen to form a salt. So there will be a formation of ether. This is the second example. The third example is when alkyl halides reacts with the silver carboxylate, it gives the esters and that of the salt. Now when we consider the silver carboxylate, silver carries a positive charge and this carboxylate ion carries a negative charge. Therefore this can act as a nucleophile. Now this nucleophile attack on the carbon atom of the alkyl halide, and then there will be one formation of bond between this alkoxide ion and this alkyl group, and there will be leaving of halogen and to give a ester and that of the salt, silver salt. Next example, in that case the alkyl halide reacts with the alcoholic ammonia, which we are taking in the excess. Under pressure, it gives the primary amine and that of the HX. It is also the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In that case, the nucleophile is the NH2 group. Now, we are taking the next example. In that case, the alkyl halides, and in that case, the potassium, when alkyl halides reacts with the potassium cyanide, it gives the alkyl cyanides. In that case, the potassium carries a positive charge, cyanide group carries a negative charge, and this cyanide attack the carbon of the alkyl halide, and then there will be a removal of the halogen to form a alkyl cyanide. Now in that case, you have to remember, when we are using the alcoholic potassium cyanide, there will be an attack of the nucleophile to this carbon of the cyanide to give a alkyl cyanide. Now next example, in the next example, alkyl halides reacts with the alcoholic silver cyanide. In that case, this Ag plus, Ag carries a positive charge, cyanide carries a negative charge. Now in that case, when we are using the AgCl as a reagent, this cyanide attacks through the nitrogen, not through the carbon. When we are using the potassium cyanide, it attacks through the carbon atom, and therefore we are getting the alkyl cyanides. But when we are using the alcoholic silver cyanide, this cyanide ions, which is the negatively charged, attack through the nitrogen, and then we are getting R and triple bond C. So it is the product which we are obtaining is different. So it is the alkyl isonitrile. Next, the example in the alkyl halides when reacts with the potassium nitride. In that case, potassium carries a positive charge and the NO2 group carries a negative charge, and this NO2 group replaces the halogen to give a alkyl nitride and that of the salt. So this is also the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Next reaction, when alkyl halide reacts with the silver nitride. In that case, silver carries a positive charge and this nitro group carries a negative charge. This nitro group replaces the halogen to form a nitroalkane in that of the salt. So all these are the nucleophilic substitution reactions. In all these reactions, the negatively charged nucleophile attack on the carbon of the CX bond of alkyl halide, which is the positive center for the attack of nucleophile, and from that we are getting the nucleophilic substitution reaction. When we are considering the nucleophilic substitution reaction, the first requirement is that there must be a substrate with positive center. It means for the attack of nucleophile, there must be a positively charged center is present in the substrate. Nucleophile always attack on the electropositive center of the substrate. Then there will be a removal of one group, and that group is called a leaving group. In that case, the leaving group is the halogen. So that is all about the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Thank you.